Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks, and today I'm going to be playing on my free-to-play account. In November and December I played a lot of, the most powerful vehicles, the best win ratio vehicles, the vehicles with the most damage, the vehicles with the least damage, all on my main account with every single advantage. Today I'm going to be introducing you to my free-to-play account, an account where I don't spend any money at all. Everything that you see that I have on this account I have spent my life to be able to achieve through grinding or participating in events or taking advantage of sales in the black market with credits that I've earned. And so I thought today that I would play a few of the vehicles that I've been playing a lot of recently, as I'm currently trying to grind my way through the mission marathon to get the WZ-114 without having to pay anything for it. And I'm on chapter 10. I'm going to be finishing it tomorrow on stream, and I thought, why not also play on YouTube today for a little bit of fun. So the first thing that I see is that I don't like the way that this crew is set up. So I'm going to spend credits, not gold. I never spend gold, even though this is going to be a lot of crew skill that I'm going to lose to fix this. I want to have safe stowage and intuition and probably repairs on this tank. Concealment is nice. Adrenaline rush, quite useful, but I just don't really think that I'm ever going to have a crew that is that skilled, and I want to have repairs. Now, intuition is going to allow me to switch to high explosive rounds, which will be absolutely lovely. So let's start off with the T95. I love this thing on my free-to-play account, and you know what? I'm actually going to change something before I jump into the battle as well. I realized I have... No, actually, I'm not, and I'm going to explain why I'm not going to change that for now. And that's because I don't have all of the field mods. I don't have the best field mod on this tank at the moment, which is the second one that you get. The second field mod improves your terrain resistances by 15%, which allows you to just be so much more mobile, and also improves your track health. When I have that field mod, I'm probably going to end up dropping the repair kit on this tank, and I think I'll take some of the cheap fuel that costs, I think it's about 2,500 credits a game, so I would still consider that to be a standard piece of consumable that would be able to amplify my speed a little bit, because once I've managed to improve my track health, and once if I'm using a durability module on this tank, and I don't really need a repair kit on a vehicle like this, at least in my opinion. Still be a little bit frustrating if you lose your gun or you lose your engine, but you've got to hope that things like that are going to be protected on this vehicle, especially if you were to actually use the improved modification on this vehicle, perhaps instead of the vent. Maybe I'll do that when I get the 6th field mod on this tank, and I can get access to the durability slot as well. So let's talk about the T95. It's just an absolute animal of a tank. You have two kinds of guns on this vehicle, a 120 and a 155. The 120 actually has the better DPM, but I would not recommend using that. The 155 has fabulous penetration, 276, and 750 alpha damage means that if you hit your opponents, by goodness it hurts. Now when I'm playing on my main account and I have premium fuel and I have the second field mod and I'm using a premium consumable as well and I have every advantage that you could ever want, my T95 feels more like a slower heavy or even maybe more like a mid-speed heavy in some situations. Because with the turbo on this vehicle, you're then limited to 24 kilometers an hour forwards, and with the increased power to weight ratio, with the improved resistances, you really have the opportunity to be able to get into position. And with a tank like this, I think it's about mitigating its main weakness to be able to make the vehicle better. When you think about setting up a tank, you're usually trying to do one of two things. One is to make your strengths better, or two is to make your weaknesses better. Now, I feel that on some tanks with really big alpha damage and quite mediocre DPM, I actually end up just not using a gun rammer on a vehicle. Now, you might be thinking, whoa, 17 seconds reload for 750 alpha damage? Yeah, I know. But really, with the T95, I feel it's all about that ambush shot and trying to make that ambush shot possible by trying to pump up the mobility of this vehicle. Because if you can't surprise your opponents, you can't hound them down, you can't manage to get into position in the first place, what's the point of being able to fire multiple times? Multiple times are great for when maybe you have to shoot your way out of a high-pressure scenario, but I just feel like those situations are way more seldom than trying to up the mobility of the vehicle to actually get into position. So I'm already massively noticing the difference between the T95 on my main account, where I'm using that 10% extra engine power, and I have the improved ground resistances, compared to this account. This feels so much slower. Nevertheless, When we get up on the hill, I'm going to have my cupolas to watch out for. My lower plate is not exactly the best, but I should have a lot of hit points. I definitely do. 1,950 and big alpha damage to be able to try and pressure them. And that's the way that I like to play tank destroyers like this. I don't really want to sit at the back. I don't really want to chill. I don't really want to try and get those ambush shots. Apart from in some situations. Most of the time, I want to try and support the heavies, because I feel that that is where the majority of World of Tanks games are won. The majority of World of Tanks games are won by the heavy tank engagement. That's why they're the vehicles that are most in control of the meta. And if you can try and set your tank destroyers up in a way where you can actually support your heavy tanks and become possibly even an extra heavy tank for your team, I feel like that is your best way to influence the battle. Alright, so I'm making my way up here. There's a 122 who seems to want to take a shot right into his cupola. There we go. Good start for me for the T95, but one thing that is not good is that our opponents are actually trying to flank us here. So I don't think I can really worry about the 114 and friends. I'm going to let this guy know that I'm going to help him. Come behind me. Come behind me, my friend. Use me to cover your lower plate, and we'll mess this AE phase 1 up. So the AE phase 1 bounces off me. Could aim at the 703 for a second. Unfortunately, the AE phase 1 falls back to a position where I'm unable to get him. I really want to pressure the AE right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to catch them or not, but at least right now what I'm doing is I'm stopping the enemy team from pressuring my VK. So the 703-2 is firing heat, so I need to watch out for him maybe jamming the side of my vehicle. Is he really going to just let me do that to him? Okay, that's fine. I wonder if this AE is going to try and get my side. So he's tracked me here. I'm not going to use my repair kit right now. I'm going to see if I can bait the AE around the corner a little bit more. And then I'm going to turn at the opportune moment and try and scare him off a little bit. I don't want the 703-2 to manage to get behind me, but I'm hoping that maybe I can manage to get behind this AE phase 1. Now I'm going to use my repair kit. And wham bam, thank you ma'am. There we go. We've managed to take the hill. Get some good pressure up. And that's where just mobility is key. Now on my main account, I would have had a way better repair time than on this account. So I'm very happy that I actually decided to keep the repair kit on this tank, because my repair speed is not good enough yet without the improved modification. So that was actually a really good decision to not get rid of the repair kit. But on my main account, I can actually manage to get rid of it. Because I've got the improved modification inside the durability slot. I think on my main account I actually have a bounty improved modification, which really helps out as well, and that makes your engine way more durable. And if your engine gets knocked out as well, it means that you can keep rolling still with greater efficiency. So repair kits, you know, not something that a lot of people would think to give up on a tank like this, but that's what you do with your equipment. You try and create builds to play vehicles in different ways. Alright, so this T30, is he shootable right now? Oh my lord, he is. This is juicy. Oh, let's go. 3,000 damage and 3 kills. Oh, by the way, full disclosure, I already played the T95 once today. I pulled a QuickyBaby on YouTube. That's all I'm gonna, that's what I'm gonna call it now. And that's where, does anyone remember that I managed to crash my my recording program with my scene switcher? So I've got a scene where I've got like a stream deck where I can switch the scenes when I'm recording, and I had a different profile, and I ended up in like this endless loop of it getting stuck backwards and forwards. If you want to see, oh, that was a ridiculous whiff. If you want to see an example of that, look for the Easter egg at one of my last videos, I guess before I left Belarus, or was it during? I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comment down below which video I actually managed to put that Easter egg in, as I screwed up the recording process. So yeah, I managed to crash my recording, and so this is the second game they're going to play in the T95. The first one I was actually AFK for the first 2 minutes, and my team won in about 4 minutes, so yeah, it wasn't the best of games. Oh, talking about not the best of games, this was actually pretty stupid here, I think. Oh no, everything's going wrong! Everything's going wrong! Gold rounds from the VK. Nice gold round from the T30, and suddenly my T95 is not feeling oh so good. But maybe I can bounce this VK here. Maybe I can bounce this VK here. Maybe I can bounce the VK here. Maybe I can get his cupola as well. Maybe he's going to be a bit pressured. I got to push forwards, I think, on him here. I got to push forwards. Get him in the turret. Nice. Alright, thank goodness I bounced that second gold round, because this game's actually a lot closer than I thought. Sorry, I was in my own little mind there. I definitely lost focus. It's very easy when you're playing in a tank that's this slow to kind of forget what you're actually meant to do. Nevertheless, we managed to block 2,700 damage, which is fairly decent. Alright, so I gotta hope that my team push in. please spot, what's it called? It's called a forest, you know? You think somebody with I can't even spell forest. You think somebody with a PhD in remote sensing, in vegetative remote sensing, would know what a forest was called, and even how to spell forest. Yeah, maybe not. Yes, I will help you. Is he stuck or something? I flipped. Oh no, the T-54 flipped, so we're gonna have to wait for the T-54 to be unflipped. Okay, looks like the UDES is gonna go and try and save him. Look at him on his side over there. Oh dear. It's a better love story than Twilight, right? Does anyone even say that anymore? I don't know. I'm showing my age. The kids probably don't even know what that is these days. How old is that, man? How old is that? It's like old now. Old! Talk about old. Look at me today. Am I looking swish? I'm going to go out tonight for the first time in 2 years with my family. We're going to have a meal all together at a restaurant for the first time since the beginning of 2020. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. So while I am playing on my free-to-play account, I'm not looking free-to-play today, am I? Or maybe I still am. You probably think I'll look swisher when I'm wearing my QB t-shirts and my hoodies. Probably, I don't know. By the way, QB t-shirts, something that I don't ever talk about on this stream. I do have, We're done for. Everyone get out. Should definitely not try and set out on show, but I'm going to anyway. I do have a t-shirt store that you can always find links down to below. Anyway, 4 kills, nearly 4,000 damage. Well played to the T-30 for loading gold and going through my tank. Great stuff for the T-95. That's going to be a good chunk of experience. Going to be juicy, tasty, and delicious as that one comes out. Alright, so we're not sitting around all day. Let's play another tank. Alright, so a lot of you might be thinking, oh, QB, you're playing a vehicle that's got all of the modules, and you're playing with a 4-skill crew and whatnot, and oh, you don't think field mods? That's not free to play. Alright. How about this? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give you a completely stock Leopard prototype, which I've currently grinded 47,000 experience on. Alright? Full stock Leopard prototype. I'm using vents, gun rammer, and I'm using the durability module. Now, I'm not using the durability module because that's the best thing to use on this tank. I'm using the durability module because I'm trying to skip getting the tracks. Oh, what's this? Oh, talk about durability modules. Looks like I got another one for free because I completed my daily missions. Wow, even better for logging in today. Look at that game in the T95 though. Nice, 1072 base, top on damage, beautiful. We're going to be boosting that, and that means that we are very close to getting the most. We got it! That is the last time I ever have to play the T95 slow. Look at that. Oh, that is just absolutely magical. 15% increased crossing speed. My T95 is finally going to be fast again. By the way, this is an announcement. If any of you ever take the traverse speed on any of them, don't do it. You always take the mobility because it is actually a vehicle. If you take the traverse speed, you actually have worse traverse speed than if you take the ground resistances. I know, wargaming, what are you doing? Anyway, while I'm excited and I want to play my new fast T95, I guess I'll play the Leopard prototype instead. Now, I do have a good crew, but this good crew is from the, what's it called? The Kampfpanzer. I don't even know. I grinded for it. The Kampfpanzer 07RH. So I got a Brothers in Arms crew because I completed this mission marathon, and so they're currently making their way up. And I like this crew because we have Major Sabine Mollbauer, we have Lieutenant Wilhelm Berghoff, and another Wilhelm Berghoff, and drei Wilhelm Berghoff in this crew. Yeah, so it's the Berghoff triplets. So if anything goes wrong in this next game, I can just blame Wilhelm Berghoff. Okay, it's perfect. That's the way it works. I'm a little bit of a filthy role player when it comes down to it. So here I was, hoping that maybe we would possibly get a nice matchup for my stock Leopard prototype, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. So I don't have view range, I don't have penetration really, I don't have alpha damage, I don't really have mobility, I don't have armor, but what do I have? Hopefully, my instincts. Let's see if they are going to work out for me today or not. All right, look, so when I'm playing my stock tanks, I always like to try and play like a support vehicle. So I'll try and take a look at where I could possibly go on the map to still be remotely useful. Now, there are some good positions on this Japanese port map that you can use. It's called Safe Haven. They did change the name of it from Japanese port. You can go up here and you can chill in those kind of locations and you can wait and you can try and be a support vehicle there. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and take the middle of the map. But there are alarm bells ringing about the amount of French autoloaders that they have. You see those Char Future 4s? You see that bat chat? Oh, that is not going to be a good day if they manage to catch me out. And talk about catch me out. The bat chat's already in the position that I talked about. That is becoming so much more meta. So many tanks go and sit up there. But I would also like to argue that tanks that sit up there, they kind of usually just don't really get to achieve very much. Maybe they're going to... oh my lord, that's a lot of tanks. 999! Okay, it's fine. Wilhelm Berghoff managed to get us into a safe position. I've managed to spot quite a few vehicles. And Sabine Mullbauer is actually being quite talkative right now. Is that Batchat coming in after me? Alright, well, I'm quite happy that I've taken the middle. Another reason why I like to take the middle on this map is because after you've taken the middle, you can get shots through here. And that's one of the most important things to do. So now I can actually apply pressure through the center of the map. So while it was a little bit risky that I made the play, sometimes I will do little risky things in my stock tanks, because what's the worst that can happen? You get to go to the garage and you get to pick a tank that's better. Oh, the secrets of the stock QuickyBabs. Oh, can you believe they've put that pillar there? What an absolute joke. Look at that bloom because I don't have vert stabs. I should get a shot in there. There we go. See, now he's a little bit confused. He's like, what? He's shooting me in the butt? Oh, wow. Repair kit used. I don't think he can actually get out of this situation. Oh. And this is what you got to do. You got to use your noggin, boys and girls. Just because you're playing your stock tanks doesn't mean you have to play like a stock player. Ooh, talk about stock player. Oh mein Gott, das ist nix gut. Batchat! Wilhelm Berghoff puts the tank into reverse. Oh nein! The Griller is coming from above. Wilhelm Berghoff, das ist nix gut either. Track him, Wilhelm! Track him, Wilhelm! Sehr gut! Und again, Wilhelm Berghoff. Wilhelm, you track him good, ja? Sehr gut. Ja! Oh. Oh, yeah, please don't ram him, otherwise you'll turn him into me. I should probably be firing HE into this guy. Oh, that was... Look at them all looking at each other. This guy's got 3 marks of excellence. Of course, he couldn't let the stock Leopard prototype farm, right? The 3 marks of excellence, Char Future 4, had to come and take everything. Well, at least I managed to get the tracking in, right? Ah, that was pretty cool under pressure. The Wilhelm Berghoff triplets are doing well, yeah? Yeah, while I might be happy today, I can tell you this mission marathon has not been a happy experience for me. It's probably been the least fun thing I've done in World of Tanks. I'd say also in video gaming history, almost. Now, why is that? Because this mission marathon was the hardest one possible so far. It required the most amount of play. By the way, I'm going to use intuition to switch out to a gold round. I'm going to lock down that guy's tracks. He's fired, so I can come around the corner again. I will finish my thought process, by the way. Okay, so I will finish my thought process. So, this mission marathon, it was the longest one ever, and I made a big mistake. And that is that I was on holiday, right, in Belarus, staying with Tanya's relatives, my mother-in-law, as a lot of you will have seen. Ooh, Char Future 4. You want some? You want some? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. What? Where did my gunner go? Oh no. I lose another 400 hit points because of that and miss a kill. So yeah, I was on holiday, and so I felt that by doing this mission marathon, I actually sacrificed a lot of family time. And it ended up just affecting my mental a lot. And yesterday, 2 days ago, I was very upset about it when I needed to come home and grind for 10 hours. Yeah, it was a pretty disgusting experience, not gonna lie. But luckily, managed to get through the grind. Now we can hopefully relax a little bit. Am I going to die? 9! Wilhelm Berghoff, victory! 5,400 damage. I will not damage, sorry, combined. Oh my lord, that might be the last time I ever have to play with this horrible 90mm gun. Although this 90mm gun, if you use it in the way that I did, it's not even too bad. With intuition, baby, gotta get those HE rounds in. So yeah, I really feel like this mission marathon, I sacrificed a lot of things that I really didn't want to. Did I just finish on top of experience? I mean, come on. There's a 55% win rate player with 3 marks of excellence on a Char Future 4, and I got more experience than them with literally a complete stock Leopard prototype. I probably got lucky in the game. Everyone in YouTube's gonna go, oh, it's just getting lucky. It's just getting lucky. Yeah. Okay. What more can I do, right? I'm playing live. I'm playing these vehicles completely stock. All right. Anyway, that was the Leopard prototype. What else should we play? How about big gun? All right, so Object 704. Look at my statistics. I've played 38 games in this tank. I'm averaging only 2,500 damage because I played it stock, and I have a 39% win rate. Yes, I'm obviously very good at Object 704, but now I've got the big gun, so it should be fun. So back to the mission marathon discussion. Yeah, I came to what do they call it? An epiphany a couple of days ago, where I realized that how toxic these mission marathons are, really, with the amount of time that you have to play. And I think I pushed myself so far that I think I ended up feeling like a lot of you probably have done. Let me know in the comments if this was ever you with the mission marathons, where you just feel like you're grinding and you feel like you're giving up all of those other things of your life that kind of enrich your existence. And then when you feel like all of that's just drained away from you, you just feel like a shell of yourself. And that's exactly how I felt a couple of days ago, not gonna lie. Luckily, yesterday was better. Had a bit of fun right until I got tired after another 10 hours. And today I managed to actually take pretty much a full day off, which is going to be fabulous. And so I'm really looking forward to, firstly, a tech tree showcase tomorrow in the Centurion Action 10, because that thing's top of the tree now. But also really looking forward to finishing this and trying to play the WZ-114 for the very first time on a free-to-play account. And if you want to join me, if you want to see what it's like towards the end of the mission marathon, then come along in the evening after the tech tree showcase tomorrow on Twitch and you can take a look. Alrighty then, so I'm aiming at the hill. I'm trying to get ready to provide an ambush shot, but nobody wants to drive out in front of me. Oh, come on, there's got to be somebody who wants to. See, I was holding the shell there because I could have shot the Rinoceronte. Bad play by me at the start of this game. Really bad play by me at the start of this game. I don't really want to drive out in front of a Jaegeru and friends. Alright, well, I've already kind of screwed this game up because you don't really get too many opportunities to get ambush shots in an Object 704. But at least we've stopped the enemies from getting the hill. And because we've stopped the enemies from getting the hill, that might mean that it's actually safer to push around the east. So that's what I'm going to go do. Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. I will never push the corner here, around this corner, if the enemies have the hill, because they can just sit here and shoot down on you, right? But because they don't have that, I feel like I can. So how do I play the Object 704? I play the Object 704 in 2 ways. One is you go and play like the campy tank destroyers at the back and dump in shells. Or 2 is that you play a bit like a T-95 that doesn't have as much armor. One of the things that I love about the Object 704 is that it has just a really big amount of hit points for a Tier 9 tank destroyer compared to the ISU-152. Back in the day, the ISU-152 had, I think, 1,010 or 1,020 hit points. Now it has 1,200. They significantly buffed it, which definitely helps the vehicle out. But what I usually love doing in a vehicle like this is just managing to actually get those collapse in. Unfortunately, looks like I'm not the only one who loves getting collapse in. As the WT Alpha Panzer IV hits me, and oh no, I got stuck on the corner. Luckily, the Conqueror didn't drive up behind me, which was nice of him. Okay, so not the best trades. We get hit by the WT Alpha Panzer IV, but we actually managed to put some pressure up on the AE Phase 1. So do you know what I'm going to do this game? I'm actually going to go and sit in the cap circle. I think that it will genuinely be a really good play for my team, and it will force the enemy team to accelerate the game. You know, this is what I like to do when I'm playing free to play. I like to try and use all of the sneaky tools at my disposal. I should drive on the right-hand side of the wall, and then maybe my opponents won't figure out that they actually have a shot on me here. I like to try and use all of the sneaky tools at my disposal to be able to outplay my opponents. That's always my goal. When I'm on my main account, sometimes I can use DPM and mobility and brute force to be able to outplay people like that. When I'm playing free to play, I have to be just a little bit more sneaky. So where's that shot? There we go. Good stuff. Managed to hit the WZ-114. Don't want to reverse around the corner to get hit by the WT Alpha Panzer IV. And from here, this is just Object 704 in a nutshell. You know, you provide the ambush shot, you wait, you reload, you get another ambush shot, you've got fabulous penetration, I believe it's 286. I'm going to put some pressure up on the cap circle, which will force the enemies to be more aggressive against us. And yeah, just being a good team player, in my opinion. I think that's what a good team player would do on this map. I've got that lovely alcove that I can go hide in there. I remember using that in the bat chat on YouTube a few months ago now. God, time is going so quickly. Let me know in the comments down below. I've been asking you all a lot of questions recently, but that's because, I don't know, I'm in an inquisitive mood. Let me know if you think that time goes quickly when you're having fun. I think it does, right? That's what they say, that time flies when you're having fun. He's not having any fun anymore. I feel like I'm really lucky. I'm a very happy person, all in all, apart from when I'm grinding mission marathons and wasting my life, right? But I guess it's content still, right? It's kind of a job in a way. And I just feel like time has been passing really, really quickly. And so I'd like to know, YouTube, let me know in the comments down below. Do you feel like times in your life where you've been happy, you feel like the time has passed a lot quicker than times when you've not been quite so happy? How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Because for me, sometimes it can be a little bit scary. So do you think I should cap here? Or do you think I should reset? I honestly think I'm just going to cap it. Let's reset it. Let's get some more damage in. There we go. Will I regret that? I might do. Did I just reset to get more damage in? I think I might massively regret doing that. I think I might have just... it's because I was talking about so many happy things that I think I just made an irrational decision there. I'm going to go back into the cap circle just a little bit, I think, because that was a little bit inty, and I'm actually kind of worried that I might lose the game there. I'm talking about happy things and being happy, right? Do I really want time to go more slowly when the enemies manage to come in and find me and interrupt me? Probably not in this scenario. Looks like we're doing fairly well, though. 30 seconds left. I could have got myself an invader medal there. I probably shouldn't have reset in that scenario. As the STRV finishes off the Yak Panzer 100, the enemies still have more hit points than us. But they've got a lot of that on TDs at the back. Who shall I shoot? Oh, what a shame. Here comes the WTF Panzer IV. Look at him. Do I want to reset again or not? Oh my goodness, my STRV reset this time. Oh gosh. Well, I guess this is another thing that you do, right? What you do is you cap, and then one player will come and have to try and defend against your cap, right? And then you'll do it again. Oh, how do I get so unlucky right now? I'm sorry, those two shots, that's cursed. That's cursed. I should have got the T-30. I should have got the WTF Panzer IV. That is pretty cursed, boys and girls. Well, look, they're all just coming one by one to try and protect the cap circle. This is just absolute World of Tanks perfection at this rate. Talk about World of Tanks perfection. I think I was about to get hit by the Yak Panzer 100. Luckily, he missed me. Did the STRV reset once again? Mate, the T-30 is kind of looking a little scary right now. Not so much anymore. Luckily, the Jaegeru's dead. I guess it's the Foch 155 who will be trying to get us. Shall I go forwards again and try and get some XP? XP! XP for me! Because that's what we've got to do after all, right? We've got to try and get some experience. The mission marathon doesn't complete itself. Maybe I can use this bush to spot the T-30? Hello. Goodbye. Man, I don't understand why free-to-play has been going so well on YouTube. I honestly think that YouTube, you're all just really lucky, and every time I play on YouTube, just things seem to go very well. Yeah, you can't stop me, lad. I'm like the tide. You're not King Canute. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. 4 kills, 4,000 damage. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, let's see if we can go get this VK. How many VKs are playing this game right now? Man, am I happy that I decided to get on YouTube today and to make an extra video. I was thinking about taking the entire day off. I'm happy I'm playing. I don't usually say that on this account. Things seem to be working out well for me as I pick up my 5th kill of this game. So the Foch 155 is not looking too healthy, nor is the Rhinoceronti, actually. Is that WZ going to find him? Do I get a Top Gun here? Can you imagine if I get a Top Gun here? Well, that's RNG. That's World of Tanks, right? Can you believe it? We had so many shots this game. We had a shot on the T-30. We had a shot on the WT Panzer IV. We had a shot on the Rinoceronte. But that's where these kind of big guns do troll you. Oh, yes, son. Did we just get an ace tanker in the Object 704? Well, I won't. If I keep playing games like that, I'm definitely not going to keep my my 40% win ratio on this vehicle. Nice. That's really cool. I've managed to get 2 ace tankers on this vehicle in the last 5 or 10 games since I got the top gun. Who would have thought? Alright, so we've played the Leopard prototype, we've played the T-95, we've played the Object 704. Why don't I play another semi-stock tank? I'm going to be playing the Object 257. This is a vehicle that I've grinded from stock, and I can tell you, yeah, it wasn't so pretty to use that kind of gun compared to the higher penetration and higher alpha damage 122. But you know, that's what playing free-to-play is all about. Whenever I play my stock tanks on this account, my win ratio goes down. And whenever I play my upgraded tanks on this account, my win ratio goes up. Oh, this is a horrible map to not have an engine and tracks. I'm trying to do HT-12 though, sturdy armor. Do you think that I can maybe do that? I've got to get 3,000 damage and block 5,700 and survive the battle and win. Alternatively, I can stun 140 seconds. I don't even have a Soviet self-propelled gun. Oh well. That was honestly one of the lamest things that Wargaming ever did, I'd say, was putting in the artillery missions, because you have to have all of the artillery missions to be able to get the object. Well, you have to have all of the different artilleries to get the Object 279E from that regards, right? Or I guess you could skip them. That kind of defeats the whole point, right? Using the skips to do that. Anyway, let's talk about the Object 257 on this map. I don't have the best view range, even though I've got the top turret. I guess that's because I'm not using coated optics, and the reason why I'm not using coated optics is because I don't have the set of the field mods. On my main account, I have pretty much view range builds and combat builds for all of my heavy tanks. And so if I was on my main account right now, I'd be packing 460 meters view range plus in a heavy tank in this scenario. And that's something that I just can't do on my free-to-play account. Whenever I unlock the next tank, I move on to the next tank. I'm not grinding field mods. And it's definitely something that I've noticed during this mission marathon, is that the disparity between the free-to-play players and the pay-to-win players is definitely increasing when it comes to field mods, when you have to grind up your tech trees. It just feels even harder to be able to go up those tech trees now, when you're playing against super tanks with all of their crazy field mods, and they've got more view range than you, and they've got more mobility than you, and more traverse speed than you. It was bad enough when they were just using upgraded modules and you had the little stock gun. Now you have to deal with the stock gun as well as them also just having better everything than you. Okay, so what am I going to do in this scenario? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and poke up here, try not to get shot by all of the TDs, just try and get a little bit of vision for my team. And the 257 is an absolute troll because it has hull armor that's angled like this. This is how the hull armor is shaped, and that's what confuses so many people about this vehicle. A lot of people end up trying to shoot this thing and they just don't understand why they can't manage to penetrate it. And that's because people try to... Nice. That's because people try to shoot it in the side, and it's very well angled. And what you actually have to do is you have to shoot on the front of the hull when it's angled like this. It's the only way that you're able to deal with one. So you'll see that I'm going to aim for the upper hull here, and I'm going to bounce off it. Maybe I should have loaded gold in that scenario. Probably should have reloaded a heat round, but I'm not sure if I had intuition on this tank. Alright. Do you think maybe... Now, like, I'm not kind of tinfoil hatty that much. No, actually, when I think about it, these kind of videos, you know, where I'm playing live on YouTube, they're kind of fun because it's almost like a mini Twitch stream. And I feel like if they're only about 45 minutes long, then I can still put like my full focus and my full energy in. I couldn't do this for 5 hours though. I couldn't make a 5-hour YouTube video like this though, I don't think. Especially a 5 hours YouTube video where World of Tanks is actually trolling me. So there you go, nice shot by the Kunzerpanzer. I managed to get a clean shot in there. I'm trying to think about where I can go to try and get some extra view range. To be fair though, I have had sessions in these live playing videos on YouTube. I remember it was some kind of a game where I was playing the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger, and it was horrible. I had terrible teams and I couldn't really do anything, and I had an absolute disgusting run. But recently all of my playing videos for YouTube have actually been going pretty darn well. Alright, so what am I going to do right now? I want to try and get some shots up on the hill. Don't want to get shot in the side. The Kunzerpanzer is clearly in this bush right about here. So why don't we blind fire him? Nope, didn't hit him because we saw the shell fly through. That Conqueror looks like they might be stock with the short gun. Maybe they're using the Carnarvon's gun. No, it doesn't actually look like the gun is that short. Ooh, what's this WTF Panzer IV doing? Sorry, the T-54 lightweight. What am I talking about? WTF Panzer IV? It's not a tier 9 German tank destroyer. It's a tier 9 Soviet light tank. You couldn't be further wrong. The only tier that you got right was the blooming... The only tier that you got right. Well, the only thing you got right was the tier, you donkey. Talk about donkeys. Type 61's trying to farm me from up there. Man, this map is tricky for a heavy tank without view range, right? Come on, Mr. Conqueror. I think I might start firing some heat rounds at the Conqueror because my AP rounds don't seem to be working. So a good amount of damage or spotting so far. 1,200 is pretty decent. And oh my word, the artillery just absolutely clapped that Conqueror. Got to watch out for the hill right now. I don't want to blind fire a heat round. Blind firing heat doesn't seem right. If I expose myself in this position, I'll get shot from every single angle on the map, which I really don't want to do. Oh, that type has fallen back for my E50 friend. I might try and get this Conqueror, to be honest with you. Oh, this is so stupid. That was so stupid. That was one of the most stupid things I've done in all week. And I decided to do this mission marathon. Luckily, my artillery is actually doing a really good job, so I'm going to thank him. Somebody thanks an artillery? He pressed his affirmative. Ah, wholesome. Heavy tank thanking an arty. That's how the game should be, right? Alright, how am I going to handle this situation? Part of me wants to just YOLO down there. You know, I think I can make this work. I think I can make this work. If I die, oh well. We can... Oh, that was very scary. That was very scary. Luckily, we managed to make it through. Don't really need heat rounds loaded here. But they seem to do the job. One more shell? Nope. What's this TNHVZ 51 doing? Man, this tank is actually pretty darn good. It's just such a solid vehicle all in all, isn't it? Come on, get him. Ah. Well, I guess he doesn't want to get him. Well, nice shot by the Leopard prototype. Unfortunately, my camera rating didn't hold up against the German medium tank. But I'll take the extra 700 spotting. Alright, look, this isn't the greatest game I've ever had in the 257, but I would argue it's not the best kind of scenario for a tank like this. I'll still take the 3,000 combined that we achieved. And oh my word, games cannot go as good as they did today. That's outrageous. Completely, insanely lucky. We got a huge round in the T95, big round in the Leopard prototype, fantastic Top Gun, well, near Top Gun in the Object 704, and a decent 257 game as well. And luckily for me, my team managed to finish off the enemies in the 257. And you know what? Do you know what? I hate this mission marathon so much. That didn't actually even count as an impact in the battle. Can you honestly believe it? 3,000 combined was not enough to put me in the top 10 on this battle. How absolutely outrageous. Oh well, yeah, Wargaming, if 3,000 combined isn't even an impact in World of Tanks, I don't know what is. Anyway, I'll take it. I'll get a nice little bit of bonus experience out of that as well, which means that I'm actually pretty darn close to being able to get the tracks on this tank, which is what I'm going to be taking next, because for some unknown reason, this thing's engine is 2.2 tons heavier for only getting 150 extra horsepower. Yeah, Soviet efficiency there, possibly. Anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that was it for today. That was a perfect run in my stock and semi-stock free-to-play tanks that I'm grinding. Now, look, the games, trust me, do not always go like that. Anyone who's been watching my streams for the Mission Marathon will definitely know that. But hopefully you're able to still pick up a few tips and tricks and just see how I play my stock and my free-to-play tanks and how I try to prioritize my actions in the battle depending on the capabilities of my tanks. So really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and you want to see more live gameplay like this on the channel, make sure you do let me know in the comments down below and by giving the thumbs up to the video. If you hated it, however, give it a thumbs down. And let me know in the comments down below whether you have tried to do the mission marathon. That's not the mission marathon, that's the Clan Wars campaign that's coming up. Have you been trying to get the WZ-114? Are you going to be able to finish it completely? Are you just trying to get maybe like 4 stages, 5 stages? Will you purchase the tank? If you've purchased the tank, what do you think about it? And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.